Okay, we should be good to go in just a minute. Give me a second. Let me start over something. Um, hello. How's it going? How's it going? Happy Wednesday. Apologies, my days are a bit mixed up due to reasons. So yes. Um, but hi, hello. Hopefully everyone is doing a-okay today. Give me just a second to make sure that everything is okay. Yes, your dice roll. Alex, at this point, someone else is going to redeem it and you're going to miss out on VIP. Um, Rysons? Rysons. All right. So, hello, Sparky Beardy. Hello, Wolf with Sword. Hello, Pokemon. Hello, Ty. Nice to see you. Hello, LM Dragon. Hello, Gideoneer. Sorry, trying to suppress a sneeze right now. Hello to Danrai. Hello, Tyneck. Hello, Zivian. Nice to see you. Hello, that Con. Hello, Kynaps. Hello, Boulder. Nice to see you. Hopefully, it's not been too busy for you. Hello to Brink. Hello, Alex. Sorry we didn't roll a 6. And hello to the useful reptile. And hello to Bocato. Whew. So, hopefully everyone is doing a-okay today. I am doing okay myself. I owe Ty a I'm literally watching from work, so okay, so work is keeping you busy then. Work is keeping you busy. And also, thank you, Ty, so much for the 95 stream streak. That's insane. I am owed an ice pop, so I'm gonna eat an ice pop. Wait, is Reddy here? Oh, hey, Reddy. Okay, and then to spite you specifically. Oh, no. So the Great Reset will be triggered if I ever roll a 6. So if I go, like, roll a 6 on this, like that, it would be reset. He had decent moves? Oh, nice. I wish I had pretty decent moves. I missed you guys quite a lot. Again, I'm just eating the ice pop. Apologies. This may not be the best thing to eat while streaming. It does taste good, though. And yes, so today we are going to be working on the last subsystem for today, or for our system, before we go for full system integration, which is the chat-controlled buzzsaw. So essentially we need a way to vivisect our Twinkie, so this is how we're going to approach it. The Twinkies are alive? What do you mean the Twink? I don't think the Twinkies are alive. Okay, we are ready to go. Vivisect our Twinkie. What's wrong with vivisect? I mean, bisect? Is bisect better? Hold on. Is vivisect not the accurate word here? Vivisect. Oh yeah, typically it's on a live. Okay, yeah. No, it's not. It's not alive. You could just say cut open. Yeah, I guess that's true too. Anyways, so we're gonna have to make this work. We will figure out a way of getting it to work. So we are probably going to have to 3D design a buzzsaw. That shouldn't be too difficult. And then we'll also have to get the hardware working for it. So yes. If you watch the VOD within 24 hours, it maintains your streak if you miss a stream. Oh yes, that is correct. Will this buzzsaw be made of zip ties? No, so the plan is to, again, like 3D model like a buzzsaw, put it on top of a stepper motor, then give you guys control of it at high RPM so it spins around quickly. You know, that's definitely what we should do with our time. Nothing possibly could go wrong. Nothing possibly could go wrong in this situation. Zero things. Anyway, so I'm going to get this guy out of the picture, and then we are going to start getting it working, I guess. I wanted to see like a powerful control attached to chat. Is this not powerful enough for you? Is this not powerful enough for you, Ready? This guy can put out 1,000 newtons. Is that not enough for you? Is this not enough for you? Like, look at it. Oh, hey, Mandeth. How's it going? Okay. Anyways, let me get this stuff out of the way, and then we will proceed. Oh. And thank you, Shackman, for the 25 stream streak. Only 1 kilonewton could be better. Ori, I built a robot that used 3 actuators that had 560 pounds of force. Ready, did you give Twitch chat control of that? Do you trust Twitch chat with 560 pounds of anything? Because I don't. Don't tempt me. I'm tempting you. Please do that. Okay. One sec. Looking at our options real quick. I think we will salvage some electronics from a previous experiment real quick to save some time. Hopefully that's okay with everyone. If not, that's also okay. Give me a sec. Why is there a buzzsaw hanging from that? Oh well. Hey all. Oh, thank you so much, Random Logic, for resubscribing. It is really appreciated. It's never necessary, but really appreciated. I don't know why, but it appears that I have mixed up some stuff. So give me a moment. Okay, I mean, we're just going to get this guy undone. Ignore the electrodes. We won't be using electrodes. Yes, we are taking the knob. Are those Thames? Perhaps at one point they were. I don't know how they got attached to our stepper, but yes, that is correct. Is it parasocial at all at this point? What do you mean? Am I not parasocial enough for you guys? Or am I too parasocial? Well, I've never met anyone in person. Too bad it hit. Hold on, just catching up on chat. Okay. No, they are not Thames units. I just need to get this guy working. Should be easy enough. Okay. So, my thoughts are that we are the only VTuber I've met IRL isn't someone I've ever watched. Wait, what VTuber have you met IRL, if you don't mind me asking? And let's go ahead and cut this guy. Someday I will be cognitively well enough to be trusted aboard a plane or a train and meet some people at TwitchCon. Nice. I don't think I will ever do that. I joke, of course. They generally allow me on planes. Generally, dolphins are allowed on planes. No, not needed to be parasocial. Parasocial just means it's one-sided. See, guys, it's not one-sided, right? What was that you cut? So we cut some zip ties that we were using, and also our knobs that we were using to hold the stepper in place, since we won't need these. VTubers can be parasocial as well. Exactly. Okay. Listen. You guys. Okay, hear me out. I need you guys to hear me out, okay? I need you guys to hear me out real quick, okay? Hear me out. Usually, viewers get parasocial with their streamer. But sometimes, streamers or VTubers get parasocial with their chat. Right? There's nothing wrong with being a, or a meet and greet. I'm not sure if I'd ever do a meet and greet. I don't think there are that many people who would want to meet or greet. Hank Green coined that, so Sarah Potialism? Huh. Okay, so I just need to make sure this guy is still working after being covered in frying oil or whatever it was last used with, water. So I just need to make sure that this guy is okay. It should just get greeted. Thank you for greeting me, Reddy. It is appreciated for you to throw a penny at my face to greet me. This is the Fork Fund. I just want to meet and greet. What? Okay. Also, the music is slightly too loud for me. Give me a second. Okay. I know a few VTubers who might be coming to Vintage Computer Fest in September in Chicago. Oh, nice. I've kind of wanted to visit Chicago before, but Monka. Anyways, I am going to need... Gonna need a new boyo. So let's get this guy hooked up. Okay. Ori, if you do ever do a meet and greet, set up a jar for the pennies. No, I don't think I will, thank you. Oh wait, pennies aren't a thing anymore. They still are a thing in legal tender, but I don't believe they're being produced anymore. I know it's time for me to sleep when I see that Ori is live. Hey, Pioneer. Dude, I haven't seen you... well, I've seen you in the Discord occasionally, right? But I haven't seen you message something on stream in a while. How's it been going? I need a male-to-male wire. Male-to-male. Male-to-male. That should be an easy wire type. Why don't I have any of those? Oh yeah, because I'm supposed to make those. If Ori does do a meet and greet, though, I'll bring enough pennies for everyone. Oh, that's so nice of you. Okay. I know of at least 9 VTubers I've met IRL and actually had interactions with them. Not that I just saw them, but I've talked with a couple more, but I'm not sure. I have talked... How many VTubers have I met IRL? I'm thinking. I think I've only met the one. Okay. Hope the same to you. How are you, Ori? All things considered, I'm doing okay. I'm a little tired for a Wednesday. Your long neck is freaking me out a bit. Sorry, I was thinking. It tends to elongate whenever I'm thinking, you know. Ori, I know of at least 2 VTubers you've met IRL. I've met 2? Wait, I've met 2? Dude, am I just missing something? Am I missing something? I can only think of 1. Am I missing something? Ellie and your dad. My dad's not technically a VTuber. Your ruler is cool? Oh, thank you. I like my ruler quite a lot. Because Wolf is Ellie? Because Wolf is Ellie? Oh, I see. Anyways. Just need to get this guy hooked up. Give me a sec. Let's see. What else has been going on as of late? But yes, I am a little tired considering it's a Wednesday, which is kind of disconcerting. But that was because I did a lot of thinking at work today, which is very dangerous, you know. I did a lot of thinking and, you know, that is slightly exhausting. I'm Spark's long-lost sister, apparently trained by the same person. Interesting. Okay. Wait, I zoned out of the community. When did you meet Ellie? Oh, so I met Ellie when I was in New York for a conference already. We had an opportunity to meet for a... Is breakfast the right word? Brunch? We went to a few places. We went to like a coffee place and then a bagel place. It was good. Ellie is the CEO of NVIDIA. Yes, that's the actual reason. Sending you some energy, Ori. I hope you're able to get some deserved rest and have an easier time till the weekend. I gotta go to sleep. All right, see you later. Have a very good night. And what we are plugging in right now. What? What? Guys, we have a problem. Can anyone tell me what the problem is with this? Oh, no, we don't have a problem. Okay, maybe I'm just too tired. Was this your first time in New York, or have you been before? It was my first time in New York. It has hot glue on it. Just because it has hot glue on it doesn't mean it's bad. Also, hello, Cogs. Wait, is Scratch a VTuber? Who's Scratch? Do people go to TwitchCon like full cosplay of their character? That would be funny. I imagine at least some people have. But I don't think I would, to be perfectly honest. Okay, just get this guy connected and this guy connected, then we'll have to reprogram it and then it should be good. But yes, guys, we're like almost a third of the way through the content grind. Almost a third of the way through. Isn't that great? We're almost a third of the way through 100 days. And we only have 69 days? One of the two. Yes. If you're not counting Scratch, you don't get to count me. Wait, why can't I count you? An interview with a company in Sweden this morning, so that was exciting. Oh, that is very exciting. Okay, that looks good on power. We just need to get this guy hooked up. How would I have done this? Oh yeah, you do have a model ready. There is a model that you do in fact have. Did you forget about your wonderful model? Did you forget about it? Because don't worry, I didn't forget about it. I think a few VTubers who were running panels at TwitchCon were in cosplay. I know Miss Lala and Angry Owl Cat were. Or it's only day 3 of the content grind. Do you need more time in the White Room? Dude, if that was the case, Pokemon, I would be dead. I would be so dead right now. Like, I need to know that I'm making progress. Because frankly, if that were... I don't know what I would do if that were the case. Maybe I just, like, graduate instantaneously. I think that would be the line of play. I do have one. It cost me $20 on Etsy and another $20 one on Steam for messing in VC. I know a couple of YouTubers who cosplay themselves regularly. Yeah, it would be so cringe if someone were to cosplay their character regularly. It would be so cringe. Anyways, foreshadowing's a narrative device. Okay. I came up with my idea for my own VTuber thing a while ago, but it's so different from what anyone else does that I think I need to make my own software. Oh. I mean, it depends on what type of stuff you're doing with that. So when are you building the fins for your head? What do you mean building the fins for my head? I just have fins on my head. Okie dokie. Let's see. Oridoki? Oridokio? Hmm. Okay, just gonna get this guy plugged in. We should be good. Doki. Oh, Doko. Oh, Doko. Yeah, Oridoko. Where'd Ori go? I don't know. Where did Ori go? Anywho. Let's go ahead and get this guy reprogrammed and set up and see if we can get it working. Okie dokie. Kinda cursed? Wait, why is this cursed? Why is this cursed? Is this cursed? Hold on. How much can I not be myself? Okay. Let's try to be as not myself as possible. Okay. Okay, I think that is as much. Yeah, okay. Hello. Womp. Human hussy, exactly. I wear glasses and it's amazing how much different you look without them. Okay. But hello. Anyways, we need to do the code, so give me just a sec. Open recent. This is the TB stepper code. Hair clip. I can't toggle off my hair clip, actually. Yeah, I'm just Sarissa South, actually, guys. If you guys didn't know. Okay, I don't like this. I'm gonna revert now. Okay. Lasted longer than I thought she would. I mean, I guess so. Or he doesn't like that you don't change color. I know, but like... Someone... I don't like this. Re-Ori is your Ori. Exactly. I don't know. It doesn't feel like me. It does not feel like me. Also, guys, something bad has started happening. I think I identify more as my VTuber than I do as myself. Like... I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh no, many such cases. No, but like, hello, Ariana. Hello, listening to Mommy ASMR? Is that your name? Hello. Talk to your therapist about it? No, not like, obviously I know I'm a human, and obviously I know what I am and who I am and stuff. It's just that it's easier for me to... One second. Okay. There's an increasing number of instances where I identify more as a useful reptile than my IRL self. I guess so. Sorry, this microcontroller's busted and I keep forgetting to throw it away. Okay. Briefly stopping in to say I read the text notification. Oh, okay. Hey, at least a singular person did. Okay, so here's my theory on that, Jove. I call myself Ori in my head, more or less to keep myself from accidentally saying my, like, my legal VTuber name. More or less to not accidentally say my, like, actual name, if that makes sense. Does that make any sense to anyone, or am I crazy here? It does? Okay, good. Docs protection. But yeah, as I was saying before, I generally I generally am extremely similar to myself anyways. Um, so it's really not much of a difference for me. The only thing a bit more different, let's see. I talked to my coworker about it on what I am actually different in real life, and apparently I stand up a bit more for myself. So at least I got that going for me. And then I'm a little more anxious in real life, I'm pretty sure. But those are basically the only differences. So pretty much what you see is what you get. Anyways, we are uploading our code. Give it just a second. So, again, this is just our simple stepper code. We will port it over to the internet-controlled version, and then we will work on our 3D model. Wait, you stand up more as a VTuber or IRL? In a technical sense, I will stand up for myself very often. I do not... because you have a tendency of getting kind of trampled on as a woman in the workspace. In engineering, if you don't stand up for yourself. So it's a fine line on what you actually decide to do. All right, see, this guy is moving. I'm not sure if you guys are able to tell. But yeah, just making sure that our code is still working. Or not our code, our device. So give me a sec. Next, what we will need to do is I need to scoot up in my chair. What is that you're making? Oh, so currently what we are doing is we are taking the stepper motor here. So it's being driven by this stepper motor driver, which is a TB6600. And then it's being attached to this NEMA 17 stepper motor. And we are driving it with a microcontroller. And ultimately, we are going to hook up this guy to Twitch chat and then cause it to turn on and off or actuate whenever Twitch gives the command. Now, we want to make it move at a certain RPM so it doesn't obviously cut too fast, but we still want to make it to be able to cut stuff, right? So that's our goal. So, you know, super straightforward and easy, right? Okay. In order to do that, we are going to... Wait, buzzsaw instead of chipotle knives? What has been your favorite project to work? Chatatouille. Chatatouille by far is my favorite. So I absolutely love the Chatatouille project. I wonder what the most technically impressive project was. IDK, anything about electronics since chemical engineering? Are you a chemical engineer? Also, when I read your name, I see Listening Tommy. Okay. We need FreeCAD. Alrighty. We got this, we got this, we got this, we got this, we got this. Hungry, hungry hippos? No. Hungry, hungry... Don't listen. Do not listen to them, Pokemon. Do not listen to Pokemon, Mandeath. Pokemon is lying to you. Lying boldly to your face. Okay? The hungry, hungry hippos is a lie, and in my book of grudges on projects that went wrong. Yeah, my name was even worse, but it got renamed. I see. But yes. What's the lore of the hungry, hungry hippos? I'm glad you asked, Mandeath. I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. Here's the lore of the hungry, hungry hippo. There you go. Oh. There's the lore of the hungry, hungry hippo in my book of grudges. It wronged you? Yes, it wronged me. How dare it? Wait, the Book of Grudges is real? Yes, the Book of Grudges is real. I have a real book of grudges against things that go wrong. Okay. I love your book of grudges. Thank you. Anyways, I need to share my cab. Can I be in the book? No, no people are allowed in the book. I mean, theoretically, people are allowed in the book, but people who ask to be in the book will never be in the book. So, otherwise, Boulder will never be in the book, for instance, because they want to be in the Book of Grudges. Little Book of Grudges? Yes. Dude, I love Warhammer, by the way, if you guys did not know. Mostly fantasy, though. More than 40k, at least. Anyways, we need to make a buzzsaw. I have no idea how to make a buzzsaw. I think we could just, honestly... I'm very tempted to just use the... Not the line tool, but the poly line. So part of me is just like, oh yeah, we just make a buzzsaw that looks like this, right? Like, this would work as a buzzsaw, right, guys? Hello, older. What? Hello, older? I'm 384 years old, so yes, I'm quite a bit older. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, so I'm gonna start with a circle and then it would be less stable at high RPM. Don't worry, it's going to 384 years old, Divine Virgil. 384 years old. Okay. So I want to measure out this guy and make sure it's okay. So we're basically just going to make a circle, then put spikes on the end of it, merge it together, then get it working. So, real quick, we just need it to be bigger than this, only by a little, but to make sure, we do need to measure it. So we want the inner diameter, or the inner radius to be at least 30 millimeters to 60 millimeters in diameter. So I think we'll just make that, yeah, we'll make it like 66. Okay. What's a cool ruler? Thank you. It is indeed a cool ruler. I do like it. Wait, why isn't my keyboard working? Hello, Mr. Keyboard? Okay, make that guy 66 millimeters. And let me just move this guy over so you guys can see what we're doing. When is her birthday? It's been a year. Did Sheenie update her age? My birthday is on October the 3rd. So yes. Okay. So this is going to be the center, and then I just need to make the spikes. Again, I'm just going to use the poly line, and then make sure it's connected. Is there a good way of doing, like, a saw blade? Or should I just, like, put spikes on it? Free-handed XTX? Okay, cool. Is this AutoCAD? It looks familiar to the software my mechanical engineering friend uses. This is FreeCAD, so it's a free version of CADing software. And also, did you say you were a chemical engineer? Because I actually did chemical engineering for a year and a half. No, a year. If so, do you work in petroleum, I imagine? Or manufacturing. You could also be in manufacturing, I suppose. For a Twinkie, you might be able to get away without serrations if the edge is thin enough and fast enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep the serrations. I'm gonna keep the serrations because they'll look cool. Okay, so I was talking with one of my coworkers about this on methods that we could use. And guys, what do you think of like a piano wire? Wait, is there no tool you can use to make identical serrations? I don't know. I just like making Ty suffer, and imagining how much Ty is suffering right now is great. What are you modeling? What are you modeling now? I think I'm having a lot of brain damage, and I'm not keeping up with you. Could you explain again? Yes, so we are modeling a saw blade. So like a buzzsaw for the Twinkies. So essentially, you guys are going to be able to spin it, and we essentially need to make like a cutting edge for you guys. So that's why we're making it a buzzsaw. I'm not paying attention at the moment, and I'm glad. That's good. And also, remember, guys, if you see, if the teeth are getting smaller as they go on, yeah, because I'm getting better at it. Okay, there we go. Look at it. It's beautiful, chat. Should I... They all need to fit? Wait, do they have to be, like, correct? Or do they all have to be the same size for it to work? I don't think that's actually the case. Like, I know it's a bad idea if the teeth don't look, like, generally close to each other. It will wobble. That's okay. What's a little wobbling? What's a little wobbling amongst friends? I feel like there's a better way to make teeth. Oh, you're most certainly correct that there is. You guys are silly. You guys are so silly. It's only truly... what RPM are we aiming for? Oh, we're aiming for less than a, like, rotation a second. Ideally, whatever the minimum speed is to cut the Twinkie. So again, this is going to be fine. And also, this is going to be made out of plastic. I think it's going to be fine, guys. Okay, so now you may see a funny little number here, and you may see 76 degrees of freedom. That's okay. You know, sometimes you need 76 degrees of freedom. But you can't have over 100. Joke's on you, we've already had projects with far more. Okay. Oh, I was not expecting the middle part not to be... Hold on. Dimensioned. Pad. I got back. Why are we not pattering the teeth? Wait, ready. Look at it. Look at how beautiful she is. Look at this saw blade. Isn't she beautiful? Look at it. It's beautiful. Right click, construction. Go back to the sketch, right click on the circle and select make construction. Toggle construction. This is the sun in the corner of a child's drawing. Yeah. Yeah, what about it, Reddy? What about it? Okay, and then we need to make a 5mm hole for it. That'll be pretty easy. To be fair, I can't draw any better, but Also, thank you so much for following 11A_. I hope you have a good time for however long you're here. Whether it be 3 minutes, 3 hours, 3 days, 3 years, 3 eternities, 3 the rest of your lives. Or if you've already left. Sag. I think we had like 212 on the lizard. That's true. I'm pretty sure we did have well over 200 on the lizard. Do you guys think having a very thin slice would make a lot of sense here? Or should we... I think we want this to be relatively thin on this. I think we want this to be, like, nearly as thin as we can get away with, so I'm gonna put it at 5 millimeters. And then we're gonna cut a hole through it. You want it pretty thin? Should we go for, like, 3 millimeters? What do you guys think of 3 millimeters? How many millimeters are you guys thinking? Like, I'm open to interpretation. 1 or 2? Okay, we'll go with 1. Okay, now I need to put a hole in the center, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm a full-blooded American. I can only think in freedom units. That's okay. I should make a video on how to think in not freedom units. And then we need to add a part on this, on the XY plane. Select, okay. Okay. And then we make this guy a 5 millimeter hole. What? Hold on. Oh my gosh, the Imperial system, I hate it so much. Yeah, that's fair. Who doesn't hate a little bit of the Imperial system now and then? What? Hold on. We're having a little bit of issues. Apologies. Close the pad, open the sketch, open this sketch. Add this circle here. Add a circle. We want it to be 5 millimeters. Is it 5 millimeters in diameter? I always forget. I think it's 5 millimeters in diameter, yeah. Okay, there we go. I think the way they convert length and like volume units is incredibly confusing. Oh, really? Wait, guys, hold on. Ty. Ty and people who know CAD, look at it. It says fully constrained. Is that not beautiful? Is it not beautiful that we have a fully constrained shape? This, you may not like it, but this is what peak CAD performance looks like, okay? This is what peak CAD performance looks like. Okay. Then I need to make this guy close. And we need to add in a pocket. What? Look, Mom, I drew a circle. I achieved peak art. Okay. Listen here. I think you're just upset. Are you upset with me, Ty? Is that what it is? What the heck? Hold on, I think this is actually wrong. Give me a second. Five, close, and hole. Okay. There we go. Okay, so this should fit around the shaft. I feel like we need, like, little guys to hold this in place, but I don't know what the answer is for this. So, this is going to be our first trial of our saw blade. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this guy printed out. So give me just a second to turn my printer on, and we'll get this printed up in a jiffy. And you may be saying, who uses the word jiffy in the big 2.6? And that's me. Can you try making the hole a D shape? Hold on, how do we do that? it would be this, and then... We will print out a version if that doesn't work, Gideoneer. Because I don't know how to make that off the top of my head, so give me just a second. I need to open a few things up. Because realistically, we should be able to just shove it on the point and it should be fine. Okay. The goal today is to be able to cut a Twinkie, okay? You know, surely it won't be too hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to export this guy. We are going to name this Saw Blade. And what I need to do is I need to take this over to the Discord. I'm going to post it in general because I have nowhere better to post it. How about the little teeth in the hole to grip? I'm sorry, what? Please don't make the hole a circle. Wait, what's wrong with making the hole a circle? I honestly don't see what the issue is with making the hole a circle. Okay, let me turn on the printer, and we need Bamboo Studio. Bamboo Studio. This is why she's not a mechanical engineer. Listen. Listen, okay? Listen, okay? Listen, Ziv, eye contact with me. Eye contact, Ziv. Eye contact, guys, eye contact. Okay, listen. I did, in fact, fail statics the first time through. I did, in fact, fail statics. Okay. But I eventually passed it. Okay? I eventually passed it. It only took me 2 tries. And I eventually passed, okay? So I'm at least slightly qualified here. And I'll have you know I also passed thermodynamics. Okay. This is less about statics and more about physical intuition. Okay, so if you want my actual read on the situation, Ziv, it's because we won't be operating at a high enough RPM for this to matter. So I'm not expecting a huge slippage. On top of that, if you take a look at this guy here, it is not perfectly surfaced. So I would actually have to get this guy probably either going to have to sand it or get rid of it if we want to use a notch in the first place. But the general vibe here is that I'm going to push it down to the very bottom of the shaft here, and then you're right that the centrifugal force, depending on where you are, may cause it to lift up. But again, the amount of forces that we're putting on this is not going to overcome it, right? That's my general take. Which may be wrong. 1 second, I'm just setting up the printer. But that's where my physical intuition is. I think. This is going to take 16 minutes? Why is like a 3-layer print going to be taking 16 minutes? Okay. Thermodynamics is low-key, like, not that bad, though. Bed leveling? Yeah, pretty much. My main objection is that we're doing something other than a circle avoids an entire category of potential problems. My objection is that doing something other than a circle avoids an entire category of potential problems. Let me think about that. Give me a second. I need to turn on the printer. 1 sec. Okay, I have returned. Bird in this world. It's free future content. Yes, that is true. Psh, auto bed leveling. Who does that? Manual bed leveling. That way it can take an hour. Not saying it took me an hour, but I might have had to manually level bed today. That's fair. I had a very good professor for that, and this was, of course, the physics major specific course. Owie, I'm leaving work and my steering wheel is so hot it hurts. Oh, dude. I love when that's the case. I absolutely love when that's the case. Where it hurts to put your back on the seat. Oh my gosh. Or like the seatbelt super hot. Anywho. So in the meantime, while we are waiting on this guy to print, let's go ahead and hook this guy up to Wi-Fi and have you guys able to control it. Because why not? I only found out years after the fact that the textbooks we used were notoriously difficult. I think physics is generally considered one of the more difficult majors, is it not? Taylor's Classical Mechanics. Nice. Okay, I need this. That's the Wi-Fi information, and then we just need to port over the code and make it work. Okay, cool. I can share the rest. Alright, so here's the code that we are working on. I've never heard of a cooled steering wheel, just a heated one. Oh, that would be cool. I wonder if I could make one. I don't see why it couldn't, but I don't see why it should either. Okay, so... Oh yes, the big red book that won't fit on the shelf. Okay, so we essentially need to port over the code. Okay, what do we need? What do we need? I'm going to go ahead and take all of the driver information from the example code. We need to take our pin setup and our RPM. This guy. After that, what do we need to do? What we need to do is we need to add a function here. So that is this function. Okay, we have our float revolutions, and then what we need to do is we need to call rotate revolutions, and we need to do cut Twinkie. Cut Twinkie? Is that... Does that look wrong to anyone else? Does this look like wrong to anyone else? Because I feel like this feels wrong, but I don't know why. Rotate revolutions. 5. And then we want to set our RPM. The double constant. Okay, so this should work. Let's go ahead and compile it and see what happens. Because clearly we can make code that compiles on the first try. I hate that it's all in caps. It's so someone doesn't accidentally type it. What if someone accidentally types in CUTTWINKIE by accident? Yeah, they call me the compiler. Cut Twinkie. Okay, that looks very bad. Does that look very bad to anyone else? I don't know why that looks bad. That does seem very bad, doesn't it? Oh no, my bad. A compiler would actually be a good concept for a VTuber. I fail to see how a compiler would be a good concept for a VTuber. I don't think it's bad. Oh, okay. Again, I try my best to not be, like, sussy in any way. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this guy hooked. That's just L colon Q. I guess that is kind of just L colon Q's thing. Because they're basically just computer code. Okay. Okay. Could someone please try to cut Twinkie? That didn't feel like that was enough rotations. I feel like that was only like a singular rotation. Give me a second. I need tape. Also, I'm making you guys cut Twinkie. Yes, exactly. Cute. Anyways. Okay. Hold on. I need a piece of tape. I feel like we're not going 5 revolutions. Maybe cut underscore Twinkie. Sorry. Okay. Could someone please do the command one more time, please? The cut Twinkie command. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it is. It is doing the proper number of rotations. Okay, let's see how fast we can speed it up to, because I do think we will need it to be fairly quick. Maybe let's try 1,000 RPM. Gonna need more rotations. Oh yes, you guys are gonna need more rotations, but you'll figure it out. I believe in you. Also, thank you guys for being around today. It is super duper appreciated. I hope you guys are having a good time. And if not, I apologize. Not that I can do much about that. And thank you for the head captions. So how's it going? I'm just uploading the changed up code. Okay, we got this, we got this, we got this. Hi, can't stay for long, but because I'm in class, but still wanted to check in. Hello, Sparky Beardy. Welcome in. You had me at Twinkie. Yeah. Morale raising ice pop. Okay, so Pokemon, we have the options of mango, blueberry, or strawberry. What ice pop would you like to give? All of those ice pops are on the table. By on the table, I have to step away and grab them. Mango. Okay. 1 second. I will go grab that. Also, try the cut Twinkie command as well to double check if this guy is working, guys. I'll be right back 1 minute. Is it any faster? Okay. Is it any faster, guys? It seems quite a bit faster. Does it seem faster? It seems faster to me. Okay, I think that will be fine for the RPM. Okay, so the print is scheduled to take approximately 9 more minutes. So I guess we'll just talk for a sec. Also, by the way, I feel like this is the only way. My mom bought these for me because, I don't know, fruit, and I like them. I feel like this is... I don't know what to say about that statement, but something seems wrong there. There's a joke somewhere there. Okay. Bon appetit. Okay, so let's see what else is going to be necessary. So we're gonna get the blade. Let me go ahead and get the Twinkie. Mm. Okay, I'm back. Chat and your mom are conspiring to get you to eat fruit? Yes. Maybe Chat's actually my mom. Gosh, I hope my mom's not watching this. Ori only buys food for projects. I do only buy food for projects. Pretty much. That and ice cream. I buy ice cream as well. Okay, so again, we have the hot dog vending. After it cuts the Twinkie, can you speed it up to cut a chicken nugget? No. Realistically, I'm pretty sure the RPM on this fails after like 2,000 RPM. So let me see if I can show you. So if we go ahead and change this RPM here to like 2,000, it should fail. I had a root beer float yesterday. Nice. Nice. What did I eat yesterday? Nothing healthy. Okie dokie. It's uploading the code. Let's go ahead and see what will happen in just a moment. Okay, so go ahead and try the code again. Do we get a reward for cutting the Twinkie? Maybe. We'll figure it out. So see how it's not even working anymore? So there's actually a maximum speed that is in fact associated. Go ahead and try the code again. So yeah, this thing does have a maximum RPM that it can handle, theoretically, due to the math limitations of the equation. So I'm just going to keep it at 1,000 RPM. I think it can go slightly higher, but that's basically as high as it can go. Okay, so once we get this guy mounted, we have the magazine, we have the main pusher. Okay, so we have the main pusher. We have the hot dog magazine that raises it. So, okay. Help me visualize, guys. Help me visualize. So, we push the hot dog onto the track. So, the hot dog's onto the track. The other piston, or actuator, then pushes it the other way, which then pushes it into the cutting tool. The cutting tool is then, like, told to spin and cut the Twinkie. So, like, you slowly move the Twinkie down the conveyor belt. Or not conveyor belt, but you slowly actuate the Twinkie down. Or, no. This would... We have a problem. We have a problem. How are we applying a... I'm trying to think of how we're going to apply the Twinkie to the hot dog. Mass Twinkie glizzy production? Yes. Okay, 4 minutes. So this guy's gonna get cut open. It's going to run down. So it's cut open, run down, and then what can we do about that? Maybe it'll be better to mount and spin the Twinkie onto the static blade. I don't think so. Sparkly, I disagree with you on that one, Chief. I think that's a fair disagree point as well. And then let's just go ahead and make sure that the command still works at 1,000 real quick. Cut. Okay, yeah. So again, we have the Glizzy Magazine, Vins. If only you had Chipotle swords. I mean, we do have Chipotle swords. I just don't think it would be powerful enough. And I kind of just want to sidestep the issue before we run into it. Like, again, the other option is just use, like, a Chipotle knife. But I think when we, like, did, like, a brief trial period, it just wasn't going to be strong enough. Even if it was just, like, forced in place and you push it through. So that's why we're going with the saw blade. Also, I think the saw blade will look cooler. So we're going with the saw blade for that reason as well. Yes. And again, we are just waiting a little bit on our blade to finish printing. Okay. Take a deep breath real quick. So how dangerous did we make the saw? I'm glad you asked. Goblins, I'm glad you asked. Okay, look at how safe this is, okay? Goblins, I want you to take a look at this and tell me how safe it is, okay? On a scale of 1 to 10, how safe is that saw? How safe is that saw? Is this a good saw blade? This is a good saw blade, right? Look at how safe that is. 4 out of 10. Exactly. For us, that's... A 4 out of 10 is basically a 5 out of 10, and a 5 out of 10 for streaming is basically a 7 out of 10, and a 7 out of 10 is basically a C, and as we all know, C's get degrees. Girl math. Sorry. Looks like the set I drew as a kid, that's fair. A word art thought bubble? That's how I got my degree, exactly. So even if you get a 40 on your test, you know, it's close enough. I'm someone who uses the whole scale. 5 is acceptable. FOS. A word art thought bubble. What do you mean by a word art thought bubble? Okay. Factor of safety. What's a factor of safety? Factor of safety. I've never heard of her. Word art from Microsoft Word. Okay. Oh, are we done? Oh, we're done. We're done. Okay. 1 second. I'm also going to double the blade thickness and reprint it, so we won't have to worry about it again. Give me just a second. Let me scale up the Z-axis by a factor of 200. Slice plate. 1 second. Grabbing it off the printer. Okie dokie, back. Hello? Okay, so... Any reason the saw doesn't have a direction to cut, or we're just not considering that to be a thing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Guys, we have a problem. That's a lot more gap than I thought it would be. Wait, why is it that much of a gap? Hot glue. Okay, give me a second. Hot glue it is then. Integrating with reality the best of times. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn on the hot glue gun and get this guy attached, I guess. Give me a second. Or he learns about tolerances in real time. Listen, I learn about everything in real time. The best teacher in life is life itself, okay? Just melt the plastic. Listen, I don't need this negativity. I don't need this negativity in my life, okay? Okay. Anyways, we just have to wait on this guy to heat up so we can go ahead and attach our little saw blade here. Then it goes spin. Because right now, I think it would just slip. Could someone do the cut command? My hands are away from it just in case. Yeah. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, we'll have to wait for the hot glue. I have one more idea as well, which we could put like zip ties under and zip ties above. So like a little washer system. So if we like washer it in place, that might also work. But that seems like a poor method. So close? Yes, indeed, so close. Is this even getting hot? Oh yeah, it's getting hot. Okay. Also, hello, Jalopy. Long time no see. How's it been going, dude? Okie dokie. You can fix everything with hot glue. Listen, hot glue and zip ties are like 90% of this channel. The other 10% is duct tape. And then 2% actual engineering. If you shrink the hole, then you can use the soldering iron, which I hope is unplugged, and expand it till the hole fits. If you shrink the hole, it will work. Yeah, I could shrink it a little. Hot glue has carried most projects here. And at 13% being bad at math, why do we even bother to use it? What? I'm sorry, what? If you shrink the hole, it will work. Then you can use the soldering iron, which I hope is unplugged, to expand the hole till it fits. I see what you're going with there. I think your duct tape percent is too low and you need to watch more Mythbusters. Wait, does Mythbusters use duct tape often? Who needs a proper fastener for a saw blade anyways? Exactly. Listen, if you can't secure a saw blade for a Twinkie with a hot glue gun, is this even America? Mythbusters frequently use duct tape about as frequently as red and green. Okay. Don't know red green either. Don't know red green? No, I do not know red green, unfortunately. Apologies. I honestly don't know what red green means. Could you please explain? Like, unironically, I have no idea what you mean by red green. Like, I do sometimes bait you guys a little, but I have legitimately no idea what red green means in this context. Like, obviously, it's a color. Don't know hackers, don't know red green, we gotta get you learned up. I don't get it, what's red green? Like red light, green light? Canadian television show? Why would I know a Canadian television show? I live in Point Nemo, dude. I need a wire. Solely based on use of duct tape? Oh, okay. Did the music die for anyone else? Uh-oh. Okay, better. I think it did. Yeah. That's okay. We round up here. Okay. Surely this will work, right? Surely this will work, right? Ah, that's hot. Don't worry. Hot glue only slightly burns you whenever it touches you while it's still hot. My mom taught me that. Okay. Okay. Could someone please give the cut command? Hold on. I do feel like this is slightly unsafe. I do feel like this is slightly unsafe. Does this feel slightly unsafe to anyone else? It's okay. Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm just cutting open a Twinkie. Keep it slow and you're fine. No. Get some glue. Okay, hold on. Okay, try. Try, please. Someone try. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. Is the blade okay? Yeah, the blade's okay. That's a wheel, and it has good traction. Rip the blade. The blade's okay. The blade is perfectly okay. Okay. We just need to reattach it and try it again. Also, I need to turn it off while I am applying the glue. Give me just a sec, guys. Okay, so we might have to go back and make some adjustments. Chat-controlled buzzsaw is an ominous phrase. That's okay, I'm an ominous VTuber. I like the hot glue and the... I like the hot glue. The saw blade needs to be able to escape in case something goes wrong. Exactly. See, you see how life is. But yeah, the Twinkie did appear to be lacking sufficient force. Okay, I think... we'll need to go in and add a notch tool properly for this. I'm also thinking we need to make the blade slightly bigger so it's able to, honestly... Hold on. Dude, it needs to be able to hold on to a lot of force to be able to cut that. Those serrations are really something. Thank you, Sam! Yeah, they really are something, aren't they? Don't change the teeth. I won't change the teeth, don't worry. Because, like, if you're able to apply enough force, like, it's able to cut it, right? The problem is applying enough force. Though if we increase the size, won't you still have to apply more proportional force? Designed to inflict maximum damage. Yeah. Alright, mechanical engineers in chat. Mechanical engineers in chat, aka Ty. Thoughts, comments, concerns? Do you think that we try to add the hole and see if that helps? Also, now there's Twinkie cream on my pliers, which is probably never a statement that has been uttered before in human history, but now there's Twinkie cream on my pliers. Add which hole? Don't you have any vices or clamps? Yeah, that's the secondary option. Like, put a... How do you suggest securing this better, Ty? Why can't I follow you? Oh, I thought you were saying unfollow me for a second. I was like, wow. Oh, I guarantee you that statement has been uttered. Really? Honestly, I just need something to, like, put on top of this. Securing the saw to the motor, securing the motor. Securing the motor, I'm not worried about. I can just use clamps, right? Because we have plenty of surface area. What I'm worried about is securing it to the shaft. So securing the saw to the motor. We need a way to secure it, so build a flange, and then we can set the screw to connect it to the shaft and send it. Like, the only way that I can think of is that we put, like, a little screw or a washer on this guy. But I don't think I have a 5mm washer kicking around. I might. Give me a sec. I actually might have one. Washers, washers, washers. Dude, how gross is it that we're learning to use... Never mind. Okay. Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. Get this working, no problemo. Make the hole a D hole and give it like a 5mm to 10mm thick hub that can press on the shaft. Welcome back to the drawing board. Okay. Yep. Let's go ahead and... With what I know you have. Okay. I think I know what you mean by that. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a try. So what that essentially means is we need to go back into the CAD software. Yes, yes? Have we tried super glue? Super glue is going to have much the same issue. I anticipate super glue having the same issue. Also, now that the hot glue is dry, let's give this guy one more try. You know what they say. Isn't it already secure? Sorry, I missed where you tested it. Oh, yeah. Here, Sam, you want to see where we tested it? Could someone please give the command in Twitch chat? Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh. I feel like I need, like, tongs or something. Try again, please. I mean... Try again. Oh, no. Try again. Oh, no. This is gonna be messy. That's gonna be messy. Oh, man. Dang. That's gonna get Twinkie everywhere, guys. But it is working. It is, in fact, cutting a hole in it. It seems more like you need something for the Twinkie to push it in. Did you account for the mess this is gonna make? Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. And a shield to catch the shrapnel. So, listening to ASMR, this must be the first time you're here. You may have seen our pretty projects and how they end up being A-okay. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing, Desert Artificer. It's appreciated, but never necessary. Thank you so much. Now, you may say, the projects that you have shown on Twitch look so, you know, well put together and not jank and not messy. I don't think we've ever had a clean implementation. This is not even like... No one has ever said that. Okay, listen, I just said it. That counts. Man, this is a wasted Twinkie now. I want to eat it, but I can't really eat it. One might say that, however, they were speaking before looking. They were speaking before looking at the channel. Anyways, that's okay. Just because we get Twinkie bits everywhere. We also had, like, popcorn. So, like, this is a little embarrassing, but like we have ramen left over from the ramen project. I occasionally find popcorn kernels from the popcorn project. Things just end up places, you know? Things just end up places. Oreo's fighting with herself. Chat again. Also, we do have a problem. It looks like we have some deformation in the blade. Oreo clean? Exactly, I am very clean. It's a good thing you don't have ants at Point Emo. Yeah. Okay. Hot glue a bunch of razor. No, we're not going to do like actually dangerous things. We're not going to do actually dangerous things. Like, this is jokingly dangerous, right? Obviously, if I put my hand in front of this and then like moved it over while it was spinning, it would be dangerous, but obviously, it's not too bad for what we're using it for. No safety features. That's true. No, that's not true. We programmed a safety once, right? I think we programmed a safety exactly once. I think we programmed a safety exactly once in our code. Because I think I gave Ty control of a safety, right? Because it had... Yeah, okay. Yeah, because it had control over my body, so I wasn't able to be the safety Sam. So instead we had Ty be our safety, except the safety command wasn't a priority command, so if it was behind on commands, it wouldn't even have worked. Anyways. Let's go ahead and try to redesign this a little. I think we need a slightly different variation. Safety is never a priority. You're correct. Safety is number 3 on this channel. As I've said, if you make safety number 4, you get 4 yachts. If you make safety number 3, you get 3 yachts. And of course, if you make safety your top priority, well, then you only get 1 yacht. And you wouldn't want just 1 yacht, right? You wouldn't want just 1 yacht. I know I don't want 1 yacht. Honestly, I want 0 yachts, but... Okay. Let's see if we can kind of slightly adjust the design and make it slightly better here. Okay, so this is the design that we are working with, so let's go ahead and... Well, it's easy for me to speak from my ivory tower here on the software side. That's okay, Sam. We're on the same side. We are on the same side, Sam. We are both software engineers. We are both software engineers here. What if we want What if I want aircraft carriers? I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to make safety a lot lower if you want to afford one of those Pokemon. Okay, So essentially what we need to do here is we need to change the hole sketch. So it's just the hole that's the problem, right? Okay. I like this Pokemon guy commenting straight bangers. Listen. And also hello, Ingrobotic. Don't encourage Pokemon, okay? You gotta be careful not to encourage Pokemon. He's one of my ops, okay, Sam? He's one of my ops. So, what I'm thinking is kind of like a taper design here. So if you have the outside of the blade be a... Hey, that's my job. I'm supposed to be your op, XDX. You're supposed to be my mod, Ty. So what is the best way of changing this? First, I'm going to just delete this out and the hole, because we don't need the hole. I'm going to go to the part. I'm going to select the pad, and then we are going to go on the XY plane. XY plane, click OK. Go to the XY plane. And what type of shape is a Nima stepper shaft? D-shaped profile. Okay, so we need a D-shaped profile. D-shaft. Okay, so let's see if we have a D-shaft available for us. How to make a D-shaft in FreeCAD. Okay, I think I understand, but this is going to be difficult. I work in safety software. I'm sure that translates to buzzsaws. Exactly. Add a line to the circle, then trim the short part of the circle. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to make the 5mm hole. So this is 5mm across, and then you said add a line to the circle, then trim the short part of the circle. Okay, add a line. But how far does this line go? Like, how far do we want this line to go across? Because if I add, like, a line here versus a line down here, it's going to be different, right? The line needs to be 2mm away from the center. How do you guys know this? Hold on. Yeah, let's move this guy over to origin. Because the NEMA 17 is extremely common. Okay. Make the line horizontal, then we'll measure the shaft with the dimensions. I have 8. Draw a circle 5mm, then draw a line with both ends on the circle that's 2mm from the center of the circle. Okay. 2 centimeters from the center of the circle. Okay, so this isn't 100% correct, but something like this, Alex? Ori? Yes? Ori, this hurts. Why does this hurt? It's only 3 degrees of freedom, okay? It's only 3 degrees of freedom. But yes, something like that. Okay. Okay. 3 millimeters, 0. Okay, what about this? Yes, yes? Two millimeter line from the center, then a 2 millimeter line from the center. This is a 2 millimeter line from the center. Then a line perpendicular to that. Yeah, so this is 2 millimeters from the center up, and then it goes across. No, it's not. How is it not? Okay, you said... Okay, so line tool, 2 millimeters perpendicular, 2 millimeter line from the center. So 2 millimeter line from the center. 2 millimeter line from the center. And then a line that's parallel. If it's 3 millimeters... If it's 3 millimeters, I can't. If it's 3 millimeters, I can't. What? It actually is. 2 millimeters looks right. Okay. Okay, so I have the point here, and then... Is it not a line orthogonal like this? And then just the line perpendicular? What's wrong with this? Just draw a long line. Draw the line, don't enter a dimension, then select the first red icon on the left, click the line, and then the center, then enter 2. I shall try that. Draw the line. Okay. This is the line. Don't enter the dimensions, then select the red icon on the left. Then select the first red icon on the left. The dot line or the dimension line? Dot line or dimension line? Dimension. Dimension line. Okay, dimension line. Then select the first red icon, click the line in the center of the circle, then enter 2. Line. Center of the circle. Then you said enter 2. Like that? Yes. Say? You also need to dimension on the outside. On the outer circle. You also need a dimension on the outer circle. Okay. What does the dimension need to be on the outer circle? What does this number need to be, Ty? 5 millimeters? That seems wrong, but okay. No, don't click the line. The whole circle. Okay, this. Only click the circle. Only clicking the circle. Yes, yes, of course. Only clicking the circle. Click the dimension. Then what? You want me to type 5 millimeters? What do you want me to type here? 5 millimeters? It already is 5 millimeters. It says it's datum 5 millimeter for the constraint with with index 6 is invalid. Yes, but this is not properly dimensioned. What's the difference? It's a 5 millimeter. It's a 5 millimeter D shaft. Why does this matter? Everything. What do you mean everything? You can't just give me the words everything and expect me to understand. I need to make a D shaft. I'll just... This is... Okay. It's the difference between a 5 millimeter circle and 3 smart engineers backseat. Perfectly. That's okay. If you did it in Blender, this would have taken a whole 2 minutes. Okay, listen. There's a difference between a 5mm circle and a circle that just happens to be 5mm. What are you talking about? That's the same thing. That's the same thing. That's the same thing. That's the same thing. Am I missing something here? No, I'm not missing something here. You're missing something here. You're out of order. You're out of order. This is the same thing. There's a 5mm circle and a circle that happens to be 5mm. What's the difference? 5mm. I'm not sure if you can hear my teeth, like, chomping, but I'm angry. Okay. Okay. Not crashing out. You're crashing out. Okay. I'm going to select this. I'm going to select the dimension, but I'm going to select this. I'm going to set 5mm. I'm then going to do that. It's then going to say that I can't because I have diagnosis skill issue. Wait, where's the saw blade? Don't worry, the saw blade is currently not included inside the sketch. It will be later. It's just not currently included. We're working on the hole right now for the D shaft. And if you are just joining in, what we are currently trying to work on is the lovely D shaft hole that we have here. However, apparently there's a difference between 5mm and then constrained 5mm, which I guess is fair, but man. Okay. So the problem is when I select the circle. So the problem that I'm seeing here is when I select the circle and say, hey, with the dimension tool, you're going to be 5mm. It then says that it doesn't like that and then fails out and crashes. Not crashes, but causes an error. And it says datum 5mm for the constraint with index 6 is invalid 3 times. Then if I do it again, I'm gonna guess it says 4 times. No error code this time, because of course not. Okay, hold on. I have an idea. Okay, this time for sure. 5mm. So we have the 5mm. Okay. 5mm. Then I'm going to go ahead and draw the line across. Or actually, first I'm going to dimension the circle. So the circle is dimensioned to 5mm. It doesn't let me dimension the circle to 5mm. Okay, so that's not going to work, so I am going to just move on. We are going to take the line, draw the line across. So I'm going to take it from one point to the other point. If it's green, you can leave it alone. Okay. Then what we are going to do is we are going to select the dimension option for this guy, and then we are going to select the wonderful length. That does not matter because we are not trying to draw a line. We are trying to draw the difference between the center of the circle and that. So I need to redraw the line and then make it actually work. So line across, touch the lines, and then we go to dimension, dimension, the dice. Make that 2. Boom. Cool. Now what? Now how do I delete this portion? How do I delete this portion? This portion that I'm not using. I need to use the... Thank you so much for following, Hipperkiff Maymum. Click the icon on the left on blue blocks. Click. Okay. Sorry. Click the icon to the left of the blue box. To the left of the blue box. Trim edge. Die. Cool. Baller. Alright. Then we go back over here. We say it's a hole. And then we go back over here. Boom, we mount this guy, we mount this guy, we mount this guy. And then it's gonna be done sooner or later. We got this. Huh. Let me see if I can pad this guy. Wire's not closed. Okay, that's why it's not working. Go back to this, go back to this, go back to this. So it's saying the wire's not closed. It looks pretty close to me. I think you want a pocket instead of a hole. Okay, give me a sec. I don't... Hold on. Cancel. Delete. Sketch 1. We want to make it a pocket. My friends think it's cool that your Book of Grudges is really cool. Oh, thank you. Okay, no. That did not work either. Okay, give me a second. So we have the sketch here. So the problem is, Ty, if I wanted to pad this guy, which should work, right? Pad should always work. Okay, pad is working. So why is hole not working? Could you post some photos of it in Discord after? Can you shrink your FreeCAD window? I can't see the whole thing. Yeah, give me a second. Okay. So here we go. I want to hole this, right? And then it doesn't like the hole. But when you try to select it and then pad it, you can see that the pad works. Do the pocket again? Sure. So select pocket. What do you want it to be? It isn't showing up, but symmetric to the plane. Awesome. Okay. How does that look? Does this look okay? Is this a D shaft that we need now? Is this the D shaft we deserve? Is this better? I think this is better. I can try printing this and see if that works. I'm pretty sure this is correct. I'm going to assume that it is, and then we're... The last one warped pretty bad, right? Yes, so we're going to increase the thickness. But I guess I can just do that here. finally at my PC. Nice. Okay. So I think this is correct. Hello for real. Hello. Okay. I think this is correct. I think we're good. I'm going to go ahead and export it and get it printed. File, export. Sawblade, STL, Sawblade 2. And then we are going to throw this guy in the Discord because the chat is my Discord. Oh, yeah, good night. We are just about to finish anywho. I just want to get this print started, and then I think we'll probably call it. And my model freezes. Wonderful. Okay. Okay. So, we are going to go ahead and get this guy printed, or at least started, and then, I think we will probably raid out. So, I would like to ask the question of who would you guys like to raid today? I do have someone in mind if you guys don't have someone in mind. But give me one sec. Yeah, we're probably raiding Avo. Oh, is Airs on? We could also raid Airs. We haven't raided Airs. We'll raid Airs. Airs is always raiding us. We'll raid Airs. Yeah. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and raid Airs. I will be streaming again on Friday. I hope you guys can all be there. Thanks for being here today. I definitely appreciate it. Sorry if I wasn't like super duper high energy. I apologize for that. We don't need a raid message because we don't need raid messages here. So thank you guys again for being here. It is super duper appreciated. Should have saw that coming. As long as the power doesn't go out again. Please clean up the Twinkie shavings. I will make sure to clean up the Twinkie shavings, okay? Don't worry. But yes, thank you guys again so much for being here. It is super duper appreciated. I will be streaming again on Friday. I'll also be in Discord briefly after stream. So, yeah, thank you guys so much. Have a great evening, afternoon, and in fact, night.